on, let's go. Time for some more Race to a Million.
Welcome back, everyone, to racetoamillion.ca. As the sign says, nice people can finish first, and we're here today talking to Mike Koehn from Welcome Back MRI and Pain Management Center. So, Michael, you're definitely a nice guy who's finished first in the community, and Welcome Back MRI and Pain Management Center. I don't know many kids that grow up thinking, I want to become a pain management specialist when I grow up.
Well, you know, Pete, strangely enough, I was one of those kids. You know, going back to early days, my mother always said, you know, when you were 8, you said that you wanted to be a therapist. You know, and I got to believe her, but it's a bit unusual, I admit. But I'll tell you, it comes from a lifelong of being interested in people. And really what the heart of all of pain management is people.
What's your background with regards to this? How did you get into it? What kind of training do you have?
Well, Pete, basically, in order to work in pain management therapy, you have to have quite an eclectic background these days. So I have a combination of formal training in psychology. I particularly work in clinical counseling. That's my expertise. But I also have a bit of interest in all areas of medicine and an interdisciplinary approach. So basically that means I learn a little from here, a little bit from there, formal study, practical application, and a little of everything in between.
What exactly is pain management?
This field has evolved a lot and changed in the past, whereas we might think of pain management in the past as being an injection or some type of medication. These days, pain management has evolved into an entire field in and to itself. So basically, to give you a bit of a rundown on it, pain management is dealing with the interaction between the mind, the body, and symptomatology that impacts a person's ability to function. So to say that very simply, pain is felt in the mind, in the body, and has impacts in a person's life. And so tying all these factors together to come up with a plan to assist someone to have better function is really the name of the game these days. And to do that, again, it takes working together as a team and very much involving the individual who's suffering as an integral part of that team.
What makes Welcome Back so unique?
Basically these days, as I mentioned, the field is evolving, and the Welcome Back MRI and Pain Management Center is really one of these new centers that's on the cutting edge of this type of work. And what that means is basically you assemble a team of like-minded individuals who are willing to work together, involve the patient in the care, and work with a diverse set of skills and abilities in order to provide the best outcome. So traditionally you would see a single practitioner. You would have this person doing their very best to help an individual, but being alone on an island, and having the patient being very much more of a passive participant in this process. Well, these days we have a whole group of talented individuals working as a team. So the Welcome Back MRI and Pain Management Center brings together some of the most wonderful technologies in terms of medical imaging technology, diagnostic imaging, and as well as the expertise and skill set of the practitioners that are involved in the system, and combining that with quite a revolutionary attitude and bringing to that a very inclusionary model of having people working together for the best outcome.
So being a first-of-a-kind system, how did you determine that there'd be a market for this type of service from Welcome Back MRI and Pain Management Center?
What we came up with was we had 3 people sitting down together. We had a counselor, we had an anesthesiologist, and a neurosurgeon sitting around saying, you know, what's going on in the healthcare system right now based on our own experience? Listening to patients, listening to clients, listening to other professionals in the field. What are the major concerns of what's going wrong in the system right now, as well as what's going right? And we found that the success stories came from collaboration, cooperation, and communication. And similarly, the same problems came from a breakdown in those exact same areas. And so the very foundation of the Welcome Back MRI Center was to say, what can we do to make great healthcare outcomes?
So Mike, marketing a service like this has got to be a whole lot different than selling snow tires or garden hoses. What kind of factors come into play when you're looking at marketing Welcome Back?
When it comes down to getting your message across to individuals that are in pain, people that are suffering, it starts off by focusing really what are the inputs to that system. So for example, individuals who are in pain, what type of life are they leading? These are individuals who quite often have a life full of doctor's appointments, various types of therapies that they're involved with. They may have trips to the hospital. They may have other family members that they're spending a lot of time with and interacting with. And so in order for us to get our message through to the individuals that are involved in that system, we focus on who is impacted. So we focus on the physicians, we focus on the insurance companies and the people that are trying to help the individuals. We focus on all of the medical and paramedical providers that are frustrated and struggling to be able to provide great care when they are an individual practitioner. And so in order to get the message across, it's first of all about finding, well, who's involved? Rather than broadcasting a message generally out, though that's helpful as well, it's about really having a dialogue and sitting down and taking the time to listen.
As you know, our slogan at Race to a Million is nice people can't finish first. You're definitely one of the people that stand out in our community that's actually done that. Been successful in business, kept your integrity. How do you do it? What's your secret?
I gotta tell you, if I had a secret, something I could share with you, the first thing as a nice person, I'd share it. But I gotta tell you right now, it's very much a work in progress, and all I can tell you is this. I'm surrounded by wonderful people, very knowledgeable individuals, and I'm blessed to have the ability to learn from those people every day. It's very simple. Come with an attitude of learning, of being open and recognizing that everybody has something to teach you. And no matter how big or small, it doesn't matter. What it is all about is about growing, learning, and developing new skills. And similarly, to share what you have openly and freely with those that wish to learn. So in an environment of mutual understanding, caring, communication, all kinds of wonderful things can happen. That's the spirit of the Race to a Million, and that's the spirit of the Welcome Back Center.
There you have it, everybody. Mike Koehn from Team Genie, representing Make-A-Wish Foundation, and Welcome Back MRI and Pain Management Center. One of the nice guys who's definitely finished first. Welcome back to another take.